Hi, this is Bobby at Copel TV Repair with a quick video that is functionality proof for a sharp power supply board DPS-168JP. We have a video about how to test that board, so this is going to be really brief, meaning we have a separate video that basically does the same but explains a little bit more as to what we're doing. This is the AC power going in the power supply board. This is where I'm taking the ground from. Never mind that I'm taking it with a red probe. It's just, you see, inverse voltage here. Because the red goes, oh, actually this is normal, but I'm taking it with the positive probe, which is currently on the ground, so we're going to be seeing negative voltages. So the first thing that we have should be a regular standby. This is the standby transformer, and I believe this is the rectifier diode for it. So the easiest way to find out when we have standby voltage is right at the output here. It is 5 volts. It is also on pin number 15 on this connector, PD15. This is connector PD, as you can see here. And on pin number 15, which is going to be one of those, I don't remember which one, so I'm going to, it is 15, but I don't want to count, so that's got to be it. This is the 5 volts here. And if you see on the table, pin number 14 is the PS on signal. That little gizmo here that we have for testing has those two shorted, and we use it to emulate the external signal from the main board that says turn on the board. The first and most important thing that happens to this power supply board when those two pins are jumped and 5 volts are being sent to power supply on is the power factor correction wakes up, and here on those capacitors you start getting 400 volts, between 390 and 400, instead of the regular 160 rectified voltage from the 110 from the power circuit, from the power outlet. And this is really a reliable fast test to see whether this board is most likely working or not, is to just test those two, making sure you don't short them because it's pretty spectacular burst of fire. So you have 406 volts here, which is quite fine. Higher voltages appear on that connector when that happens. Maybe they're down there, 3.3 standby or something else. Again, the legend is here, there's 12 volts. And there is another 12 volts which is activated by sending 5 volts to another pin. This is why we have this button here, and when you press the button it shorts 5 volts to another pin, which is, I think, T-con power on, and you start getting 24 volts or 12 volts. Let me remember, was it at the end here or somewhere else? I think it was here. Hold on. May not be making a good contact. That may be one of the things. This may not be making a good contact. I just tried it, of course, before making the video, and it was working well. Okay, let me see if I'm getting any of the others. So the ground is well. Oh, I think I was just probing them here inside where I have a better connection. So pressing the button. Okay, let me hold it well. Okay, there you go. Pressing the button releases 12 volts. This button connects, let me see, panel power, I believe 16, yes. So by sending logical 1, which is between 2.5 and 5 volts here, to pin number 16, panel power is being activated, and this activates the panel output. Somewhere there should be panel unregulated, and there you go, panel 12 volts on pin 1 and 2, and this is pin 1. and I'm successful measuring it here as opposed to here. Here the opening is too small, the probe is not getting into. So I'm measuring it at the first pin, pressing the button sends the 12 volts for the panel power, which is the power for the LCD to go and work. So long story short, when that board doesn't work, usually the typical failure is total loss of power. Or in some cases, the standby may be available, but the power factor correction does not rise when the board is told to wake up. If you have a board that provides standby and raises the power factor correction here to 400 volts, there is a 99.9% chance that your board is working good. We told that to the customer before sending that board, a customer who bought that board. We told them to test theirs, and they told us that they tested it. So I haven't put a date on this one yet and the quality sign, but I know it's being tested since it has that label. We're going to put that and send it. That is all. Thank you.